Hello, welcome back to Imagine Not Being Leeds. Just a quick video. I've just watched Daniel Farke's press conference. Interesting, not much to really talk about in terms of personnel. Great news is he's said that there's no fresh injuries. They've come out of the Oxford game unscathed, which is brilliant news. He didn't really touch on anyone in general, like I'd like to know how Pascal Strout's doing. But it was nice to hear Ampadu got through 90 minutes and, there's been no reoccurrence or any injury problems there with him playing, more minutes, and he probably would have played if Strout had been fit to start that game. But yeah, really interesting to really hear that. Just brilliant news, really. No fresh injuries. So yeah, in terms of what we had last game, I assume be very much similar to this. Interested to see who starts out of Strout and Ampadu. But outside that, everyone's fit, everyone's healthy, and they're ready to go. So personnel-wise, absolutely spot-on news. A couple of interesting bits were he touched on the Christmas period, sort of give us an insight to what it's like as a professional footballer. We know you play Boxing Day, so your Christmas period is definitely affected. I don't know how I feel on it, to be fair. Like, I know they get paid, tens of thousands of pounds, some of these players. Can't feel sorry for them. They're in a very privileged position, which they know, and obviously they're happy to be there. We'd all love to be there, wouldn't we? But, most important thing in life is family and time, really, innit? And health, and it was quite daunting to hear. Like, they'll have Christmas morning with the family opening the presents and stuff, I suppose, with the kids and the wife and that, but they'll be in training at Thorpe Park as well on Christmas Day. They'll do some video stuff, tactical stuff, and then they'll be going to Stoke on Christmas Day night and staying over in Stoke for preparation to be, just like it would any other game. Farke says, it's Christmas, so it's a lot of sacrifices. So for me, this, they need to really, really pinpoint this game to Leeds United and make sure they come away with 3 points. There's no point in going through all the upheaval, ruining your Christmas at one day a year. The one day a year you don't want to do fuck all, let's be honest. 364 days a year, plenty of opportunities to do whatever you want. Christmas Day is the one day, and they've got to give it up. They've got to give out, part of it up. So they've got to go win this game for me. They can't be dropping points away at Stoke. Is it a game that could drop points 100%? Potentially. It's a banana skin. We know what they beat us last year out of nowhere, He had a bit of a laugh and a joke about the old, wet, windy Tuesday night in Stoke, and obviously this is Boxing Day, so it's not the same. But yeah, obviously he knows it's a difficult place to go with Stoke. But for me, when you look at the upheaval, it's got the families, it's got you as a professional footballer in terms of missing your Christmas for. More added incentive there, more drive, more fire it belly to go get 3 points. Let it mean something. You're missing Christmas. Your Christmas Day is ruined in professional football. You've got to make that Boxing Day account. Leeds United have to go to Stoke and win. Like, there's no two ways about it. It's just no point otherwise, So that was really interesting to hear him sort of touch on that. We sort of just take it as a given. We enjoy Christmas period with our families, and it's lovely that you've got football on a Boxing Day, New Year's Day, in between. It's amazing. It's amazing time, for the rest of us. Like I say, with family, your sport don't stop. You've still got that to enjoy as well around the festivities. But for these players, they are human beings, they're not robots. He touches on that a couple of times, and it's imperative we get a win here for me. It's got to mean something. It's got to be for something. It can't all be for nothing. So yeah, that was quite interesting that he touched on that. But final other thing, really, like I say, there weren't much to really take out of it. But he touched on the whole away form, home form, and he said they don't prepare any different. He basically said, the preparation through the week, game day, everything's the same. There's no differential between how they prepare at all. So, is it a mentality thing? Potentially. He did say from the opposition side of things that, Leeds are a massive club, and he thinks they all raise the game for Leeds. Basically touching on the whole, every game for Leeds United is like an FA Cup final with other facing without actually saying that line. He knows, these teams lift. He said every home game for everybody else in the league basically is their biggest sellout in terms of fans. It's a game that, gets everyone's interested and everyone's juices flowing, playing Leeds United. So it's interesting to actually hear him say that. We all know that. He's, we're a massive scalp in this league. We're the biggest club in this division. We're bigger than most of the sides in the Prem, you know what I mean? At least half of the leagues are not even a comparison, really. So we know how big we are as a club. It's down to players to match the club's ambition with on the field as well, innit? And the stature of the club with their performances. And like I say, we're really interested for him to touch on that. I think it's a bit more deep-rooted than just the opposition raising the game. There's a mentality issue there with Leeds away from home at the minute. Is it tactical? Does it come from managers? Does it come from player? I think it's an accumulation of all them things. And it's down to Farke to get it right, whether it's a couple of tweaks in midfield. Maybe Aronson coming out for this, if Ampadu's fit enough to carry on playing and, you know, bring Strauch in and push Ampadu into midfield. We're maybe pushing Rothwell further up. There's stuff he can do. It tends to, if he rotates, it's like for like, you know, Solomon, James, or whether you go Ramazani and Nonto. It's like for like, Pido or Joseph. I'd like to see Joseph starting this one. Either way, the things Farke can control, he can tweak things. But yeah, we're just not really interested in where him touch on the opposition side of things and where he thinks the difference lies. I think when a side comes to Ellen Road, I think they can get a bit overawed by the occasion. You know, smaller sides in the division to go to a packed out Ellen Road, it's a daunting place to go. They were a massive roll on 9 wins in 9. When you go away from home, it's different, and they've got the backing of the fans, even though we take a healthy amount with us. They've still got the backing of the home fans. They know every inch of that grass. So, like I say, they've got naught to lose. That's one of the lines they use. You know, these teams have naught to lose at home, and they can sort of give it some. I sort of disagree that they give it some weeks they do sit back in the low blocks. They know the way to play, but you know, when they're at home, they're more confident and they can be a bit more expansive. And when they score first goal, like he touched on in press conference, I know it's a tough battle to come back. So it's imperative we start games better away from home and we get that first goal, and then from there we can make it his own. But yeah, really interesting. Like I say, I think I touch on how he feels that the differences are from home to away games. But that was pretty much it. Spot on in terms of injuries. Not to really report a really bog standard press conference, but I thought I'd touch on it. Just picked dog up from groomers, so I thought I'd get a quick video in car while I went out and about. But yeah, that's it, guys. And yeah, hopefully 3 points on Boxing Day. I'm back tonight with Final Pint on Only Leeds Bros channel with Darren and Dillo. Hopefully a guest to be confirmed. But yeah, brilliant news today. Take care. Love yous. Bye-bye.